That is not the Gorgonite way.
Don't touch me, Gorgonite! Your cheap plastic may mar my uniform.
My apologies, Major Hazard. Do forgive me.
How's it going, everyone? This is Dan at Colossal Vids and welcome to another gaming video. Now, if you saw my last video, you'd have seen that it was on the amazing 1995 FMV game Shivers, which is very special to me because I played it constantly when I was a kid. So for nostalgia reasons alone, it's huge for me. But did any of you play it back in the day, or did you not? Let me know underneath. Please jump over to that video if you haven't watched it already and let me know. I'd love to get a conversation, particularly on that game flowing. Even if any of you haven't seen it before, what do you think of it as a first impression? I would love to hear what you guys think. As for this video though, this is going to be on another PC game, but this was released in 1998. So we're talking kind of Windows 98 era. Probably part of the reason why it actually works straight away on Windows 10 via the actual original disk rather than having to find a workaround like on Shivers. And that is Small Soldiers Squad Commander. It is a fantastic game. I absolutely love the film. And if you haven't seen the film, where have you been? It's a brilliant film. And I just really enjoyed the PC game back in the day. So to play it again now as well is equally as awesome. There was another PC game brought out that was kind of like another entry into the Small Soldiers kind of theme on PC, and it was called Small Soldiers Globotech Design Lab, which I can only guess because I've never played that, it's some sort of like creating your own Commandos and Gorgonites and then they battle and stuff, but it's kind of from your input as opposed to being thrown into a game and given campaigns and missions, which is what this one does. There was also a Small Soldiers PlayStation 1 and Game Boy game as well, which I did briefly look at the PS1 game, and I have to say I wasn't that fussed about it. It didn't really do much for me. It could be because I got so involved with the PC version that in my opinion the PlayStation version didn't live up to it. You guys may think differently, and if you do, as I say, do let me know underneath, or even if you do agree, do let me know. But yeah, I just didn't really get into it. I just kept coming back to the PC version. It's just a fantastic point and click game, and it just works so well. It really does. And yeah, it just operates really smoothly. I just really love how it runs. I really do. So without wasting any time then, really, without further ado, let's just jump straight in, really. And there it is. Let's play it.
Sure.
Oh, your sound card does not have certified DirectX drivers. Do you remember seeing that back in the day? DirectX. Oh, and your video card doesn't either. Not a lot I can do about it. This is Windows 10. This is more advanced. Right, so the game was published by Hasbro Interactive, and it was developed by Dreamworks Interactive. And as I say, brought out in 1998.
So, with the wise and courageous leadership of Archer, the Gorgonites halted the spread of Commando colonization on the peaceful mining planet of Zabrigard 4. And don't come back, or we'll be forced to give you more of the same. The Commando Elite will never surrender until this ugly hunk of rock is ours!
Kevin, get a move on. You're late already.
Okay, I'm coming.
It has got a bit of a Toy Story vibe about it, hasn't it?
Wise and courageous Archer. Ha! What he meant to say was weak and cowardly.
Strength and courage are not measured in the conquest of innocent creatures. That is not the Gorgonite way.
Don't touch me, Gorgonite! Your cheap plastic may mar my uniform.
My apologies, Major Hazard. Do forgive me.
Forgiveness is futile! You're finished, Gorgonite!
We shall see about that, Commando aggressor!
So there you go, Small Soldiers Squad Commander. So, before we begin then, basically you get to choose whether you're the Gorgonites or the Commandos. Now, I'm sure most of you out there would know who's bad and who's good. Gorgonites are the good guys, Commando Elite are the bad guys. Now, if you click on play, you can choose. You can choose your difficulty as well. This means that your beginner is selected. We're gonna go Gorgonites. Yeah, they're the good guys, but also mainly because I just like Archer. I like what he stands for. He's a cool guy. He's got good morals, so I do prefer the Gorgonites in general, if I'm honest.
Now your chin is as broken as your world domination plan. Perhaps I have overstated our position. Slamfist, Insaniac, where are you?
We're under here, protecting the, stuff.
Gorgonite kinsman, we must strengthen our opposition to these pillagers to reclaim this residence. The spread of Commando domination must not take hold.
Okay, so this is where we start. Here's the map of where we can go. Well, where you will go later on. Obviously, you can only do one level to start with, Townhouse of Trouble. Later on, more areas will of course open up. Sometimes you get 3 levels at a time that will open up, and you can choose any of them to do. But to start with, you've just got the one. So you're basically in the home of Kevin Butler, the kid that was obviously playing with them to start with. And your objectives are to fight your way to the family office and to then power up the computer to track the location of additional team members. Because you start with so many, and then as you go through more of the game, you actually unlock more members of your team. So, double clicking on one of your squad members will instantly display that soldier's strengths and weaknesses. So, every level that you start in, as you'll see here, you have a little kind of like map thing where you can kind of see roughly where you are. Most of the level will be darkened out because you're in like the corner and you have to progress. So you'll always find there's like a quarter of it, if that, that's like open, and then the rest of it's blackened out, and as you go through it, it'll start to open up more. Now this 7 here just shows that you've got basically 7 more people that you can get out of that box before you run out of people, but you can actually increase that. You sometimes find these little boxes, little chests, and that will increase that. Also your maximum team size, this is how many people you can have out of the box at any one time, and also you can increase that as you go through the game as well. You'll see like these like human figures that spin round, and they can increase that for you, all right? So we're starting off with all different characters, but there is one member out of Gorgonites and Commandos that are the strongest, and that's Insaniac for Gorgonites. So there will be times where I might have more Insaniacs out than other members of the team because he has got the strongest weapon. Slamfist isn't the best because he can only sort of attack from close range, so he gets hit quite a bit. He just kind of whacks it with that kind of metal ball thing, like a hammer. Whereas like Insaniac can do long range, and so can Archer. So yeah, Slamfist kind of falls down a little bit. Right, when it comes to items, you can put any character on it to pick it up as long as they're not already holding anything, and then to use it, you just click on it, click on where you want to use it, and that character will go and do it. Oh, and there's some more people. See, Slamfist has to go right up close to them, hence why he's on red, and he's going to die. There you go. Archer's bows, they are not that powerful, so hence why he's on red as well. Insaniac, oh, he got killed as well, but that was just an unfortunate bit. He is genuinely the strongest. So I'm going to take out a couple of them. You can like pick up the TNTs as well if you want to, and that's another way of attacking. You can just throw them at them. Like for example, I could take that and get him to throw it at Chip Hazard. Oh, he missed. It's fine. Right, so there you go. That will increase the amount of people that are in your box. So you've got 6 more people that you can take out, but you can still only have 3 on the screen at the moment at any one time. That makes their weapons stronger. And these, for example, I tend to just take one because sometimes you might have a Slamfist at the back and you forget and you select them all and he goes right up to it and bashes it and explodes in his face. Whereas at least with Insaniac, there you go, he would do it from a distance. There you go. Now to open that door you need to put a weight on that, so what I might do is just go up here. Ah, no, there's not one up there. Oops.
Messed up pretty bad.
Right, so that thing that one of them collected, that's a health bar, and so's that. There's different sizes, and the bigger ones are worth more, give you more health than the smaller ones, of course. But unfortunately, because I had them all selected, I think Archer walked into the barbed wire. So you've got to be careful, because sometimes they don't avoid certain things, they will walk into it. Whereas, yeah, Insaniac went round it, so that's fine. Well, there's your ton. And there's a spinning human being. So, again, that will actually mean that I can now have 4 people on the screen at any one time. And in fact, it's actually also taken one of them out for me without me having to go back to the toy box. It just replaces another one on the screen. There we go. Right, so let's put the weight on there. And let's carry on. Now, I've got 3 Insaniacs, so I've got the best sort of chance now of doing fairly well. But I've got to be aware as well that I've only got 6 more characters I can get out of the toy box before actually, if I haven't finished the level by that point, I generally will die. Ah, I thought he was... Oh, there we go. I thought he was dead before I started attacking down there, but anyway. Right, so let's get that. Now this is the strongest character on the Commandos. Nick Nitro. You can see that because they've got proper powerful rockets as well that they throw out. So Insaniac's like the strongest on Gorgonites, and Nick Nitro's the strongest on Commandos. And it's good because Insaniac's the strongest and I can already select him, whereas like Ocular, Freakenstein and Punch It, I can't. So at least I've got to work to get Insaniac. I get him from the beginning. But yeah, point and click, so wherever you literally click, that's where they will go. And if you don't click any further, they will stop, so... Although he's on red, I managed to keep all 4 of them. Although I can put him on there. There you go. Health bar. Open the door. And here's the computer. Now obviously this is the commando box that they keep coming out of, so we obviously want to destroy that so that they stop coming out. So otherwise they'll just keep spawning. So if you can find their toy box as soon as possible, then they can stop spawning. There we go. And activate the computer. And I do believe that is that.
Outstanding. We're safe in the office, and I know my way around here.
So there we go. So the first level is fairly straightforward, but obviously if you've never played it before, you might have to do a little bit of thinking. But the great thing is, because it's quite simple to navigate around and to follow and to actually just play the game in general, it doesn't take long to get used to clicking around and getting used to how everything works. So.
Jackpot, the family computer. Let's log on and track the signal location of some of our brothers.
What if we can't find them? What if it's just us?
And your boulder's putting in some overtime.
Hey, stop your shoving.
Here we are. I've located Punch It, Freakenstein, and Ocular. Unfortunately, they're completely outmanned by those weapon-clad barbarians. The Commando initiative is spreading rapidly. By now, they've established bunkers and supply stockpiles. Come on! We've got to halt this invasion before it takes hold!
So there you go, now you can choose between 3. So you've got Market Mischief, the Markup Marked Minimart, eliminate all the Commando toy generators and rescue Ocular, who's part of our team. Battered Home and Garden, the Keeler residence, locate all of Freakenstein's basically limbs, his legs and arms. then you can free him. And then bunkers in the basement, the McCoy residence, destroy all the Commando weapon supply piles and release Punch It. So the Frankenstein one takes a while because you're trying to find all the different parts of his body. Punch It, it's not too bad, you just got to find all of those and destroy them. Market Mischief, probably one of the most straightforward, you've just got to find the boxes. And then you can rescue Ocular. Ocular, although you've got to rescue him, he's not that great if I'm honest. He just throws out, like, it's almost kind of like snot, really. Snot-based substance to try and kill the Commandos. It doesn't really do much, really. It's not that effective. And he also has a really high-pitched, squeaky voice as well. But, yeah. But, for the sake of showing you just another level, I'll show you some of this anyway.